All right, what is up, y'all? One sec, I'm gonna close my door. Okay, I'm back. So it's been a little bit. Been learning a lot the past couple weeks. Also, just been kind of busy and haven't had a chance to live stream. Went on a camping trip with my wife this past weekend. Her second time camping ever. First time camping 2 nights in a row. It was great. It's great to get away from staring at computer screens for my job and for trading for a couple days. Although I did keep an eye on things as I was in some trades over the weekend and I wanted to make sure they were going well. But I had my stop losses set, so if they didn't go well, I would have been protected. And if you are trading, you should be managing your risk accordingly. Just to note, this is not financial advice. I do not give financial advice on this channel. I am merely a novice, a student of the markets. I know not what I am doing, but I am learning. I know more. I can almost say I kind of know what I'm doing now. I'm starting to become more profitable than I was, which is kind of breaking even right now. But actually, in forex, I'm down. This is not real money. This is a paper trading account. It started out with $100,000. As you can see, I'm less than that now in my account. But I do have some trades going on right now, and one of them is doing pretty decent. The other's not. So we'll see how those go. But yeah, if you follow me and you do exactly as I do, be warned, you will probably lose money. But I'm training myself and learning and watching a lot of YouTube videos and reading a lot of stuff online and following a lot of people on Twitter, and I'm trying to get better. So if you want to learn with me, I'm documenting my process here on Farmer Traders. If you don't know, I'm calling this channel Farmer Traders because my secondary life goal, in addition to becoming a full-time trader, is to also be not a farmer, but to grow my own food. My wife, it's basically her main goal right now, and I'm helping her with that. Is we went to buy a homestead and start growing all of our own food and buy, maybe 1% of what we eat, maybe some random spices that we can't grow, and we're pretty much getting away from meat, not for any particular reason other than we just don't think we need it as much. Not, it is hard on the environment as far as the large scale meat farming, and that's not really our main concern. It's mostly just the health around it. Not that meat's bad for you, meat's great for you, but real good natural meat is healthy for you. The meat you get at the grocery store is not. It's chock full of hormones, and the animals were not taken care of properly. They're eating terrible diets, and their food, the nutrition's just not there, and it's potentially even bad for you. So we may raise our own meat at some point in the future. But yeah, mostly going to just be growing our own food. So anyway, all that to say, Farmer Traders, because I'm trying to become a farmer and a trader, and this channel documents the trading part. I just thought the name was cute, Farmer Traders. So there we go. What are we looking at? So the main thing I want to talk about is what I learned recently, a new technical analysis, tool that I've learned from Heath at Trade Talk. If you want to get some real good trading advice, and not advice, but real good, look at trading and how he trades, go to Trade Talk YouTube channel. Heath over there is a great guy. He will teach you a lot about supply and demand levels, and people in the Discord community that we're part of. Conquering the Markets, run by Jordan Lindsay. People call him Heath Levels because he's constantly posting about them, and he is just sniping entries all the time. So this video, if anything, I hope it's an ad for Heath. If anyone watches this and wants to really get a good, overview of really good trading strategies, go over to Trade Talk. I'm merely now trying to apply what I've learned from him, and I'm still getting used to it. helped me greatly in identifying good entries. I've, you know, taken many theoretical trades in my head now using these, they're called supply and demand levels technically. I've taken all, just put in, theoretical, what if I took a trade here and it would have worked out. I've taken a couple actual trades in crypto. I took a trade on Bitcoin and I succeeded, and I took a trade on Link and I succeeded. The Link one I got out too early because I thought the price was rolling over, but then it resumed back up after I got out. So I would have gotten my price target on Link had I actually stuck with it and not chickened out. And then my Bitcoin trade, I didn't set a specific price target. I was just letting it go as far as I thought it could go. I got in on Bitcoin with a Heath level or supply and demand level somewhere around 40,200, I think was my entry. Yeah, it was right here. So what is a supply and demand level? Well, actually, no, I didn't use the supply and demand level for the entry to Bitcoin. That was before. Yeah, never mind. Sorry. I got into my Bitcoin trade on, what was it? A lot of people got in on this repair and then got stopped out. They put their stop loss here and then got stopped out at that wick. I got in on this. Yes. So I got in on this breakout around 40,200 on this like retest down here. I got in. I think I had my stop loss set down to here. Got in here. So what did I do? I got in long around 40,200. But I believe my stop was just below that wick. And I exited this morning at right about at that wick right here is where I exited. I saw we came down, bounced up, and I was like, it's looking like it's going to go lower. So I said, if we break that low again, I want out. So I got out right about there. So I got a 1.52 reward. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. I risked like 5% of my crypto trading account, which isn't much money. It's just a couple $1,000s on there. I'm just practicing. This is my kind of my play money, which might sound like a lot to some folks, and it used to sound like a lot to me, but it's not anymore. I've lost more than that at this point. So what are you gonna do? You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? I'm net positive though because Ethereum. I've got a lot of Ethereum, and that's doing really well. My average cost basis is like 1,800 on Ethereum, and now that that's back up, I'm doing much better. Ethereum's keeping me at break even right now. Bitcoin, this is about my cost basis on Bitcoin. I bought all the way up. I bought like starting here all the way up to here. I bought all throughout this range. So I've got an average price like right in the middle, like right about there. Yes, so that was my entry in Bitcoin. I exited this morning because I thought price was going to continue down, and it did, and now it's bouncing, and it's still not to the level that I exited. I am unsure if price is going to resume down further. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines. I think it might resume down further. We just finished up going over this Bitcoin chart, and then I'll go back over the supply and demand levels. That's mainly what this is about, but I'm looking at Bitcoin now, so I want to talk about it. So what do I think is happening? I think my thesis here is that we are continuing our repair, and the natural part of the repair of any asset is going to involve some pullbacks. You had this, what was it, 10 straight days up, and then you had a 4-day consolidation pullback. Now we've had almost 1, 2, 3, 4, then a small down, 5 days up, and then now we're having a small pullback. Now, if you zoom in, however, to the about 4-hour chart, you can see it looks like we kind of put in a double top here. This is usually a very bearish signal. I mean, that's probably why a lot of people are starting to short. now. You also had a gravestone doji on the daily. Doji candles are these small bodied, long wicked candles, and when the wick on the top is longer than on the bottom, that's called a gravestone doji, and it's typically a bearish reversal signal. So that can be why people are shorting. I mean, the price did take a drop, bounced right off this support, and now we just started the next daily candle, and we're starting green, but into resistance. I think we come down lower. I think the lowest we go is, about 40,000 is probably where I could see us coming down to. You've got some support down here at 40,000 right here on the 8-hour chart. This would be considered supply, actually, based on the supply and demand charting strategy. This would be a supply zone, potentially. We'll have to see. It's an untapped supply zone as well, because we broke out of it and got away from it pretty quickly. So my guess would be some supply here, additional support down here, and if we really break through those, then you're looking at this 37, and I would expect a quick bounce off 37 if we make it down there. Zoom back out, maybe even higher, maybe 38. Yeah, somewhere around here is the, I'll draw on a box. Where's the box? Where's the box? The box. Don't know where the box is, y'all. I'm lost today. Where is it? For real though. Of course, it's in this one. That's right. Rectangle. I think that your support is down here. If you break back below that, we're all screwed. If you're a bull, that would be a very bad signal. This would be probably just a dead cat bounce, and we are in bear market territory, and we're going even lower if we get down there. What is this? I don't remember drawing that in. Weird. Did that. What are all these lines? Something strange happened. So maybe I was back there drawing in stuff. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, so that's the zone, high 30s, that I would expect to not go any further below. If we go, the reason why I think that if you go down this flow and close in this box or below, then that's bad news, because you just made a lower low, and that invalidates your repair. You've got a high at about 42,000, a low at 38,000. Now I've put in a high at 46,000. You can put in a low all the way down to just the top of that box, and it not be a lower low, just above this box here, and it not be a lower low. So you are not invalidating your bullish momentum. But if anything that's a daily close, 8-hour close to a daily close, or more significant than that, is signifying rollover, and your bullish momentum is now reversed to bearish momentum at that point. So we'll see. I'm looking for tests. Any stepping down from, this would be my first. If we break below 43,775, this level, then next level, it's right there at 42,200. Then you've got this one, then this one, and just work your way down. So that's the levels. That's your entries. If you close above one of those and get a resumption off, then those are good places to enter out, in my opinion. That's where I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be looking at all those levels on the way down. Other tools that I'm beginning to use are RSI, I've gone over that before. Starting to use it a little more. RSI helped me see that this morning that we're probably going to resume lower because price was coming down out of this, above the 70% RSI. It had just broken it back below 70%. And I looked historically and said, what happens every time we exit that and then go back down? Does it ever come back out quickly? And I saw that it looks like every time you break above 70 and break back down, you don't ever really come back out without some consolidation first. So you have a little breakout here, slight breakdown, then immediately break back up. So that's not quite the case there. But most of the time, when you break out above 70, it seems to like to either stay above 70 for a while, then break down below it, or it's quickly rejected. You see some, quick rejection here. Pretty quick rejection. It's quick breakout, and then rejection, these little breakout rejections. So there's never really any time, though, that you see a breakout, rejection, and then a breakout again, and except maybe like these little pops. So I don't know. I don't know if that's quite a good theory that I have, but I don't know what just happened. I just kind of thought, I don't think that this is a case where we're going to break out, come back again, and then it did really, whack out of there. So it didn't seem like a good place to be entering any trades at the very least. So I want to wait for some weakening RSI, come back to neutral, bullish still, but not oversold territory. Anything up here is oversold. You want to be, if you're taking entries, you want to be above 50, but below, 60, in that 50 to 60 range. Based on what I've learned, that seems to be a reasonable thought. I could be wrong. I might very well be wrong. Another tool is moving averages. These I still don't fully grasp, but Heath from Trade Talk suggested using the exponential moving average to get an idea of momentum. The 21 day, he uses the 21, 55, 100, and 200 day moving averages. And if you're above all four of those, then you are in confirmed bullish momentum. So, if you're looking to understand where the momentum of this market is at any time, looking at these moving averages will help you theoretically understand, is this bullish or not? So this is still technically bullish based on these moving averages. Once you start breaking down moving averages, first you'd break the 21, then the 55, then the 100, then the 200. If you're below all four of those, or start breaking down any one of those, then your momentum's, if you're breaking any one of them, that means weakening momentum. And if you're below all four of them, then you are in, bearish momentum at that point. So still pretty bullish on the momentum. Looks like I could see us coming in for a test of, I think this is the 21 day moving average, the orange one. Yeah, EMA 1. So orange is 21 day, green is 55 day, blue is 100 day, and black is 200 day. So yeah, we were potentially, maybe we would come in around like here in the next day or two and test the 21 day moving average, and then that could be a helpful, where am I at kind of a check to see if we resume off that. That would make sense to me. That could be a possibility. That could happen, but don't know. We won't know until we see it happen, right? So that's where we're at Bitcoin. Not too much else going on there. Crypto is boring right now. Well, not really. It's actually, it's just doing the same thing as Bitcoin. Everything's consolidating, of course, because Bitcoin's down. Everything else is down. It's the way it is, right? It's always the same way. On this new daily open, we've got some little bullish momentum on some of these alts. I have not taken a trade on Axis at all. I was just watching it because I saw some people on Twitter talk about it. This coin is trading absolutely bonkers. Bonkers. It's only been out for a few weeks, and it is just going insane. I was looking at it all in this range. I was like, man, I don't know. I saw some good chances for entries. Like I saw that. Look at this. This is okay. This is supply and demand right here. Supply is a great example. Supply is and demand levels or forms, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, but whenever you see a basically, if you're looking for bullish, if you're looking for okay, there's supply and there's demand. They're the same but inverses of each other. I can show you. They're primarily used in forex, but they work in all markets. So supply, yeah, sharp moves off supply zones and demand zones. So supply is where you see these sharp rebounds off of a level, and then support. Okay, so supply is when there's some market maker out there or multiple market makers that at a certain level are selling a lot of the assets. So anytime it comes up, sell. Anytime it comes up, sell. Anytime it comes up, sell. Anytime you're tapping this level, you get these sharp rejections. And then demand is the same, but the inverse. Anytime you tap that level, whoosh, you get these impulses off of it. Whoosh, and it didn't really make it, then yeah, you come down, and then, eventually they break. The more you tap these lines, that liquidity is getting sucked out. Basically, you got to think there's a bunch of supply here. There's a bunch of money just ready to be sold, and every time, and up to a certain point, that money eventually runs out, and then you break out of the supply zones. Okay, so there, according to Heath, he says this is a result of algorithms trading back and forth to each other. Some whale with an algorithm that's just doing all the trading for them. It forms up because of that. Now, how do you identify those? Well, on any time frame, it works best on the higher time frames, but on any time frame, if you see, this is on the 3-day for axis, if you see, looking for demand levels or for bullish signal, if you see an up candle followed by a down candle that is an inside candle, the candle closes with a low that's inside of the body of the bullish candle before it, and then you get a resumption out of that candle, and it's a strong reaction, you look for an entry on a retest of this level with your stop loss below this level, and then you may just get that retest and then a really good reaction off of that. Doesn't always come back in for the retest, so you got to really watch it. Best is to wait for a close at least on the 8-hour above this one. In my opinion, I'm still learning how to use these levels. I've tried to take entries, fake entries on 4-hour closes above. Okay, I think it might be making out, and I was wrong. But it seems like the higher the time frame on the close above that line, the more reliable the signal is. The only problem that I found with that is if you wait for a daily close above, you don't always get the retest, so it's hard to find the good entry on those. But let's take a look and see if there was an entry here. So this is your supply level, and this is your support level. I'm sorry, demand, not supply. Demand's the opposite. There's demand here. There's somebody, some entity, some whale with an algorithm or whatever that wants to buy a lot of this. It's the same thing as supply, it's just the opposite. They want to, instead of shorting it, they're wanting the long. Instead of selling it, they're wanting to buy. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into the 8-hour. And you can see price was, consolidating. All right, the reaction was immediate on the 8-hour on this one, so that you would not have been able to get an entry using this system. A perfect entry. Maybe in the 1 hour would have been a little better. Yeah, I mean, if you were super bullish, you could have been like, okay, we broke out and closed kind of at a higher high. Maybe, yeah, not really. Then you came in for the test, and then whoosh, resumption out of there. This would have been really hard to get a good entry on. It just got away so fast. Here, this could have been. I mean, you got it really on axis. I feel like the way this thing trades, you have to trade it on the lower time frames. I mean, there's nothing on this. It's just gone. Just ran up like this is a supply and demand. This is actually a very, very good example. This could have been an entry if you were crazy, but it would have worked. That was your demand. That was your support. You didn't even come down your support. You just tapped that demand. The demand is always drawn at the open of the candle, and then the support is at the close. So, even in this case, you didn't really come in for a true tap of the demand. This thing's just trading so crazy. Yeah, that would have been it though. Boom, there's your demand, and whoosh, way out of there. So, okay, looks like things are starting to repair. I'm seeing some green. What's Ada doing? Ada's breaking out. This is interesting. Very interesting. There's a supply and demand right there. So demand is here, and your supply is here. Sorry, demand's there, support is there, and then you look on the lower time frame for the entry, and voila, you had your close above on the 8-hour. If that close above, you would have said, I'm going to go long. And you would have set your order to buy at this level with your stop at or below this level, depending on how safe you want to be. And then, yeah, you would have got the entry. And targeting your exit is the hard part, knowing when to take profits. But had you looked at this and said, I am confident we will go to here, that could have been a good take profit. Had I taken this trade, I would have been looking for a risk reward of at least 2. So I would have been looking probably like there. Yeah, I probably would have looked for like targeting those levels, being conservative. Had I wanted to use a better stop loss, maybe then I would have been like, okay, I'll put my stop down here, at the low, at the local low. Then maybe I could be like, I'll try to push it, up into here. Maybe this resistance I would have pushed it into. That would have been my trade most likely. But yay, lo and behold, look, came out, and you could, if you would have entered here based on this demand level, you could still be in this trade and making money. Making money. If we get a close above this resistance, that's going to be a big deal. We're just now breaking out of it. This is looks to me like a pretty significant resistance level. Let's see if there's any supply coming up. Might have supply here. It's a strong rejection. So yeah, breakdown. Not quite. These two candles aren't quite engulfing this candle. Maybe on the weekly. Yes. Yes, there's a lot. Of course, it's the all-time high, right? Of course, there's going to be a lot of supply here. A lot of people are going to be selling at this level. But that's your next major resistance. You can... Oh, man, we might be taking a long here soon. There's no resistance on the way up, it looks like. Nothing. There's some supply right there on the 8-hour. Yeah, you'll hit something there, most likely. Resistance. So in this case, it's just like demand, but it's the opposite. You have supply here, so you're going to probably get a rejection, and then it could come back up into then resistance. So you got to get through these two levels to get any higher, and then you got more supply right there. See this? Long down candle with a little weak, come back up, and then a strong rejection downwards. You got supply right there. Someone is shorting hard here. So if you're going long from here, that's your target. That's your first target. If you think you can get out of that, then you can target that. I would not go any higher for a swing trade if you're swing trading. Now, if you're trying to go super long, you know, breaking out of here might be a good entry. We'll probably see new all-time highs. I just don't know if we're going to have any corrections before then. You know, you could break out of here. I mean, if you break out of here, close above it, and then break back down, that's not good. So, yeah, I'll be thinking about this one. I'll be watching it. I want to see a daily close. I want to see a daily close above this level before I consider doing anything, at least a daily close. 8 hour would be nice. 8 hour would definitely be nice. I mean, we may not even make it. You know, it's already coming off. We've tapped that liquidity, you know, a bunch in the past day now. We've tapped it a bunch. Maybe we've dried it up. Maybe it has dried up the liquidity and it's ready to make a run for it. Maybe not. Look, it's coming down. Let's see if they can long it. Did we make a higher high? I want to get rid of this. What's going on? What's going on? Go away. Okay. I don't know if we've made a higher high yet. Nope, doesn't look like it. So ADA has not made a higher high. There might be some supply here, you know, right at the top of that wick. Looks like there is. Yeah, someone's selling at that price. 1.89. I'd really like to get some action on this. I hope we make it out. Hope it makes it out of here. Yep, if you get a close above this though, the trade I would be taking would be, let's get rid of this. This is not helpful. And we'll put these back in when the time comes. This is the target I'm looking for. And I would go base. I mean, there's not really any demand level entry here. If you look back out over here, this is a demand level right here. You know, you had your long bullish candle, down candle, and then a strong reaction out of it. So you have supply there. None of this really screams supply, but it is significant resistance, and I think it's okay to make trades based on that. I mean, you do, okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we have, you know, bullish momentum with a short reversal followed by, you know, if we break out above here, then yeah, that could be supply. Look at the 3 day. Okay, 3 day, you see nothing. 2 day, nothing. 1 day, nothing. 12 hours? Okay, you can see it a little better here. That looks like supply in this case, but it's supply going right into resistance. You don't ever want to take, that's one thing you got to watch out for these supply and demand trades. If you've got, sorry, I keep saying supply, this is demand. Demand's right here. If you've got demand, if you identify demand level, you know, you could have said, okay, we closed above this, I'm going to buy at a retest because there's demand here. You would have been buying right into pretty significant resistance, you know, with some, yeah, this was support, now it's resistance, so, and it's, you know, clearly resistance here. You don't ever want to go long straight into any resistance ever, no matter what the chart's telling you. If there's resistance, no matter what the momentum up to the place where you want to take the trade is telling you, if there's resistance, don't take it. Just don't take it. It's not worth it. But yeah, I suppose you could go, if you wanted to go long on ADA, you could go, I'm gonna move this over here. You could put your low at the lowest swing low from today. Should be pretty aggressive, but not out of the question. Oh, maybe it is. the question. Your entry, assuming you enter on a retest of 1.855 and targeting your supply level up here, you get a risk to reward of 5. So that's really good. I would, however, say that's probably a very aggressive stop loss. So safer would be, well, once this closes on the daily above, you might have a longer wick down here to give you a better idea. But safe might be like, at least into those wicks, not down here. I mean, the true signal of a reversal would be breaking lower lows, but at that point your risk reward is doo-doo. So it's a tough one. This might not be the best setup, but at least getting a risk reward of 2, just put your stop down until you get a risk reward of 2 and go for it there. You could try to extend your take profits a little bit too. Yeah, something like that is what I'm gonna be looking for in there. Yeah. So that's supply and demand, and that's how you could apply it to a trade. I have taken some forex paper trades that I want to show you. As I mentioned earlier, you can see my current theoretical profits and losses. And I got stopped out of one other trade. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. So I did something wrong. I tried to go long. No, what did I try to do? I tried to... I tried to go long. Yes. So, yes, that's right. I bought here, hoping to long up to here, but it quickly reversed. I think I did that based on a 4-hour signal. Yes. So, what did I do? I don't remember, actually. Was I going long or was I going short? Some shorting that I buy something. I was trying to go long right here. Why did I do that? Maybe it's because of this? I have no idea. I must have been on something. I don't remember what I was thinking. Buy at 77.53. Oh, I know what it was. This was, I thought this was a, I thought that this was going to be a reversal, not a reversal, but a bullish, signal here. If you look, at least on the 1 day, it looks pretty good. You get, this looks like a setup. This looks like it could have been a long setup. And it kind of was. I mean, if you're a swing trader, you could set your stop loss here and your take profit, you could have taken profit up here. And that would have been, looks like about a 2 or 3 risk reward ratio you could have gotten. So I think I was too aggressive on my profits. I set my stop loss, I think, down. This is the trade I was trying to go for. So I tried to go long here, but I tried to take profits way too high with a less than aggressive stop loss. So I missed that opportunity and got stopped out. And now it looks like price is really down. I mean, man, this looked like it was a reversal though. This looks like a rounded bottom to me. You were made a higher high, and then you got a daily close. Maybe I didn't trade the daily close. That's probably what it was. I probably traded the, yeah, I traded the 8-hour close above. It looks like I took this as a signal and then bought here thinking it was going to retest and resume, but it didn't. It resumed down. So I think this was just bad luck. You know, I think I had a decent enough thesis. But, you know, price is it's in an overall uptrend. We did have a breakdown recently of, you know, a trend line, but that's not very significant. Or I didn't think it would be. Yeah, I thought we were getting repair. Yeah, we had a breakout of this trend line. Yeah, I think I just got unlucky. I think that maybe my stop loss was not, because I'm targeting such a high price, it probably was too aggressive on my stop loss. Had I had my stop loss down here, perhaps I could have made it on this one. Because price hasn't even made a lower low yet. You know, lower low would have been down here. This probably should have been my stop. I was too aggressive. That's what it was. We'll have to watch this and see what happens. If we get back above this line, I might try to go long on this one again. Yep. Yep, I think I was just too aggressive on my stop loss. Gotta set good stop losses, guys. Gotta know where you're trying to trade to. If you're trying to trade really big ranges, then you need really big stop losses because price could fluctuate a lot. You might be right, but price can fluctuate a lot on the way up there. Okay. Orders I have going on right now are pound USD. I have a short entry. I got in on a breakdown of this trend line. I think, what was my signal on this one? Was it an 8-hour supply? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was this. So I saw this. You know, you got downward momentum, slight bullish inside. You know, closed above this candle, but it's such a short candle I didn't count it. It was inside of here. You know, if you look maybe on the 12-hour, it's a little clearer, not really, but you don't see it on the daily. So I think the proper way to use these supply demand, you know, patterns is to have one down candle, one up candle, one down candle. I sometimes look at it and say, I think that this counts. Like, you just shove these two candles together. Maybe it doesn't work that way, but I'm trying it anyway. It seems to work. You know, I think it's more about the reaction. You get a strong reaction down, this strong momentum. Someone bought a bunch, basically, and they typically come in for retests, but then whoever bought a bunch here or sold a bunch here wants to sell more. So, you know, it just keeps on going. They like that level. And that's what happened. I saw that close below, that strong reaction downward, and so I put a buy or a sell order at this level and sold, and it came back up, and I got scared because it started to resume, and I was like, oh no. You know, I think this thing is rolling, you know, over. GBP was in an uptrend, or pound USD has been in this really long uptrend for quite a while now, since over a year. I was trading, you know, bullish, bearish, kind of sideways though overall. Not too exciting, you know. Now it's bullish. Hey, had sort of this like kind of almost blow off top, quick resume, you know, breakdown, resumption back up, and then a rounded top, which is, you know, more bearish signal. And yeah, just to me, this looks like it just bounced low, high. You know, you got your high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You know, if you don't really, you know, you have lower high, not quite lower low, kind of higher high, kind of looked like it was reversing here, but then whoosh, swift lower low once again. Kind of on a higher high than this, but, you know, I think it looks bearish to me. It looks like it's about to break down. So yeah, I'm targeting the most recent swing low on the daily, not even the wicks, just the closes. And I set my stop loss accordingly. You know, it's way up here. Actually, I've lowered it a little bit. Now that I got the entry and it's looking like it's gonna make it. I lowered it after I got back, you know, into profit. I lowered it. And yeah, now we got a really good bearish close on the daily, so I'm pretty confident on this one. I see some demand here. That's a pretty clear demand level, so I might get out early on this trade because I think I think I'm being a little too long term on my trades. I want to be more of a swing trader. This trade I've been in for I don't know, a few days now, and my goal is to take like 2 to 4 trades a week and get out within that week. I don't want to hold things for a long time. You know, that's more of a, I don't know what you call that. I don't know, I can't remember the difference between trading types. Swing trading versus day trading. Day trading involves technical analysis and charting. Swing trading makes trades based on swings and stocks that can take place over days or weeks. Yeah, so I'm not looking to swing trade. I'm looking more to day trade a little bit. Scalping, swing trading, day trading, scalping. Scalping is for those who can handle stress, make quick decisions, and act accordingly. Your time frame influences what trading style is best for you. Scalpers make hundreds of trades per day. Oh no, I'm not trying to make hundreds of trades per day. Swing traders make fewer trades. I don't know. I'm just trying to do intraday trading, like, you know, make a trade on Monday and get out on a Wednesday. That's what I'm looking for. This is looking like it's going to take some time to get down to this level, and I'm getting used to the way crypto or forex markets move. I'm so used to crypto. Forex moves on a much slower, you know, pace. Not that slow. It's pretty liquid, but it's very liquid. It's the most liquid market in the world, but or pretty volatile also. But it's just different than crypto. I'm used to cryptos. I don't know when I got in this one, but it's been a few days now. Important thing though is it is working. USD CAD, I am probably wrong on this one, and I'm probably going to get stopped out. Actually, let's go back to GBP real quick. I'm going to look at the RSI, see if this gives us more signal that I'm correct. Yeah, this is a weakening, you know, RSI. It's not oversold. You know, if we're down here, we're oversold. So we're on our way, you know, to oversold, but we're right in the good zone for healthy bearishness, you know, neutral to bearish. So that's a good place to be. This just tells you whether or not you're oversold or overbought. It doesn't really tell you entries or momentum, just if it's overextended one way or the other. But then for your momentum, oh no, I got rid of my momentum indicators. Crap. You know, I didn't really mean to get rid of that. Dang it, that sucks. I don't remember what that was. It was a simple EMA. Looks like multi-moving average. Multiple EMAs, is it? No, but it'll work. So 2150, 100, and 200, I think is what I was using. Yeah, this has 5 EMAs, that's good. 21, 51, 100, and 200. That works. Okay. So per the EMA, we are 3 out of 4 on the EMAs confirmed bearish. We have not gone below the 200-day moving average yet. So this thing is not fully confirmed bearish momentum yet. It is getting close, however. So we will be keeping an eye on this. Let's proceed now to the USD CAD. This one I was trying to learn from my mistakes. I was trying to go for a really short time frame trade. Shorting, as you can see, and I think I was just dead wrong with this one. I mean, look at this rounded bottom. Like, that's like, it's the opposite of GBP USD. You know, this is pound versus USD, USD versus something else. It literally just looks like an inverse of this chart. It's crazy. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I should have been going long, but I tried to go short. I think I just it was late and I was just playing around with trades. And it's like, oh look, I see supply here. Let's short it. Yeah, and I could have gotten it had I, you know, been better about setting my take profit levels. However, I probably would have put my stop loss below this level and I would have got stopped out. So yeah, that was just silly. I don't know what I was thinking. I should probably just close this. It's definitely gonna resume back up. Take a look at the moving averages. Yeah, come on. It looks like 3 out of 4, it's bullish. Yeah, close. I mean, it's not insignificant that it's below the 200-day moving average. So it's not confirmed bullish yet. Well, not confirmed full-on bullish momentum, but it's getting there, and I think it's gonna make it. Just as that rounded bottom, like that is, woo, that is a heavy rounded bottom right there, very clean, with a just strong break out and another strong breakout, and it's just consolidating, waiting for another bam out of there. Yeah, I'd say I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. If we make it out of here, let's hide this, get rid of everything. I almost just want to close this to get rid of this line. Let's zoom in. Maybe we can get a better exit, break-even exit. Raise my take profit. Maybe I'll get lucky. I'm raising my take profit to be close to my entry, so that way if it comes back to my entry price, at least I'll break even. Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. Maybe I'll raise my stop loss too, just to be on the safe, because this is not, if it resumes that way, it's going to touch the stop. Maybe I'll get a quick, you know, reversal. What's my entry on this one? $1.2519. 1.2519. I'm just gonna put it right on the entry. Yeah, I think this is a good one to go along on. If we get some good signal, and that could look like, I see supply here. really you want something more local. We'll have to just wait for this to form something. Might have some supply here or here. We'll wait and see. Wait for confirmation. Yeah. Yep, so that's everything. Let's flip back over to the cryptos. Let's see what's going on. Bitcoin is trying. It's consolidating. The fact that we haven't broken down yet is telling of, you know, we may just see some sideways action for a few days instead of a complete breakdown. This could be a good time for some swing trades back and forth between this level. Yeah, I could see this just going sideways for a couple days. That'd be healthy if that happens. I mean, we are still just, you know, in very bullish territory. When we get at, I have this line put in supply. Watch out here, because this was a very, very, very clear signal, to me at least, of a lot of supply here. Once we broke down here, barely made it back out, and then just shot down out of here, like that looks like there's a lot of liquidity probably just waiting, and it's right at the $50,000 level. I mean, it's perfect. You're just gonna see probably a little strong reaction off this. So once we get out of here, once we deplete all of that supply, then you're back into all-time high territory at that point. Like, probably pretty easy, you know, within days after closing above this area, this zone, $50,000. So yeah, it's a bit precarious taking any longs right now, because you're about to long right into some heavy resistance unless you plan on taking profits here. I got out of my trade, just waiting, not in any real trades at the moment. Take a look at the rest of the cryptos real quick. Just look at the daily chart. Same thing with Ethereum. There's supply that we're already tapping right now, and you can see we're rejecting right off of it. That supply line just tapped it and then rejected right off. No bullish entries on Ethereum right now. None. Litecoin, I want to get bullish on Litecoin, mainly just because of the guy following Twitter, Year the Bull, is really bullish on it, and like maybe he knows something. I don't know. We're tapping supply here, right off of it, or resistance, really. Yeah, nothing there. There's not gonna be any bullish entries right now. Maybe Axis, maybe, honestly. God, look at that. That's an inside candle. I'm so scared going long on anything that looks like this chart looks. It just looks like it's got, I don't know, I mean, I guess it's got support here now. Something that's only got like a few weeks of history, like, come on. This freaks me out, just waiting for it to just break in half. Maybe not. Maybe it won't. So in this case, I put my stop loss here, so I'm just going to draw that there. I would not put a stop loss that tight. Let's go into the 1 hour. How's it looking? Yeah, you get strong reaction out of it here, strong reaction out of it here, but weakening. You know, you see this, that, if there is demand, it's weakening. Demand, demand, demand. Oh, now it closed below it on the 1 hour. Trying to make your way back out. Yeah, this isn't the place to enter. But how do you enter on this? I don't know. I can't find a way to enter onto Axis. I keep watching it. I want to find an entry for it. The price action on it is just wicked price action, but I don't know how to enter it. Don't know. It's wedging up though. Wedging up big time. Yep. Yep. That's probably gonna bring out again. That's probably how you enter. Wait for a repair, you know. Look at that. Boom. Repair. And then say boom, repair. Maybe when you get out of here, that's the entry. Let's take a look at the historical. See if there was an entry. Yeah. If you get these repairs, you break out. There it is. Breakout, retest, resumption. That would have been a great one right there. And this one. Yeah, that's probably how you gotta trade this one. It's on these repairs. So this is a Jordan Lindsay thing. But that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Just wait for this consolidation to happen. And then you break out. Wow. Breakout, retest, resumption. Yeah. Man, maybe that's what I gotta do. We'll let this consolidation form up. See what it looks like. And try to take an entry. I will risk very little on it, but I might try it out. Same thing here. Yeah, this one would have been hard to get in though. There would have been you would have broken out and then never come in for the retest. But these two, perfect entries. Breakout, retest, resumption, consolidation with a nice downward sloping triangle, breakout, retest, resumption, ascending wedge, which would have looked bearish, but kept on going. More of a channel, or bear flag, or no, it's not a bear flag, it's just a channel because it's in an upward momentum. So yeah, consolidation upwards, boom, breakout. No retest either. Once you count that. Yeah, breakout, retest, resumption. Okay, that might be how you trade this. Might just have to wait for a breakout over here. Cool. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Uniswap is right into resistance with supply right above it. You could go long on a close up here, up into that supply, but I don't know. Don't know. This is looking pretty good. Matic. You had a nice reaction here on this demand. Yeah. Pretty good reaction. Might have been able to get in on this. No, not, I mean, unless you were taking less than an 8-hour close, but an 8-hour close above would have gotten away from you. 4 hours, nope. Man, some of these just break out and don't give you a chance to get in. You would have had to take in a 2-hour close to get in on this. Yeah, you would have taken that close. That would have been too risky for me. Too risky, too risky. I can see some supply here though. Potential supply. With support If you get a daily close, good, you might get a good reaction off that. Targeting probably that right there. Aggressive stop loss. You know, the safest would be to go here, the swing low, but I would probably, if I'm doing this, take a stop loss just below that candle wick and try to make it to right around here. Could probably make the stop loss a little safer. Can afford to lose a little of that risk reward. Yeah, that would be a good entry or a good trade. Be looking for this to work out. Dot. Hello.
Hi.
Might be some supply here, but probably not. You had a daily close above and rejection, so yeah, I'll have to wait for some more signal on this one. Telecoin, I don't even know why I look at this. This just looks like poop. Looks like poopy. It's just trading sideways. Ave. This one had a signal that I wish I would have taken the other day. I saw it and thought about it and I didn't take it. I think it was here. I think it was this one. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was this. I think I saw that, yeah. I think it was that supply right here. Strong reaction, retest, and get it on long right here. Yeah, you had this strong reaction off of this level, you know, broke out of it, but then you graciously came in for a retest, and if you could have your stop loss down here and been safe, yeah, you could have taken that ride, at least on up. I think a lot of the way Heath and these people trade is you get the strong reaction, the retest, and then you're just targeting the top of that reaction. So you could have traded the tight stop loss just below this candle right here. You know, it would have been tough to get it right, because if you were too high of your stop loss, you would have got stopped out here. But had you been, you know, smart enough to put your stop loss low enough, or, you know, lucky enough really, because how can you know? Maybe you could have looked at these candles and been like, I'll target, you know, halfway point between these and these, go here, you know, go long up to here. That would have been a good risk reward. I mean, you could have even been conservative and put your stop down here and gotten a almost 2.5. Yeah, that would have been a good trade right there. One of my orders was executed. Which one? The take profit or the stop loss? Yeah, my stop was triggered. USD CAD. Where is it? USD CAD. And my stop loss was triggered. Yeah, was to be expected. I've now lost $4,000. 4% of my trading account. My fake trading account, my paper account. That's alright. I'll win someday. This is why you trade paper when you're starting out on forex. This one's doing good. I think I might get it. I just wish that I would have had a tighter stop loss and I would have targeted at a more reasonable target. Because if I take profit here, like, it's like a 1-to-1 risk reward. I'm only risking 1%. I can make $1,000 in that trade. We gotta start somewhere. Let's just get through these. Okay, algo looks like poop, trading sideways. XLM, I don't know why I look at these. XLM, XRP, these pump coins. I'm just curious more than anything. This looks like it's forming up something. Yeah. We getting a breakout on XRP? Breakout, retest, resumption? Not quite. But maybe. Trend lines are so unreliable. Yeah, if you get a reaction off here, then that would have been the entry. But I don't know. I'm not messing with it. Bitcoin Cash. I don't know why I look at you. Link. Yeah, this could be giving an entry if you close above here. Luna looks pretty good. Luna looks like it has some supply here, but it may not even tap it. Definitely. Oh, yeah, that looks good right there. This might be a good one to take right now. There's your supply, there's your support, there's your lowest swing low. This is on the 2-day. Did we get a daily close above it? No, we did not. We had a daily close above it, rejection. I think it's because that's right, we're into resistance. What am I talking about? This is heavy supply here. You know, got out, supply. We're coming up, supply. It's the same things happening, just rejections. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go long on this yet. Not until we get up. Most of these are just at that level now that all the people that got long at the all-time high are trying to get out of there, that held through this, you know, midsummer consolidation, are now trying to get out of their positions. I mean, you just got a lot of selling that's coming up, I think. Cryptos are not going to be fully healed until we can get back above these awful resistances. That is just some heavy resistance here. Man, that sucks. This looks like such a good entry. You could try to make it to the top of this. That might not be a bad idea. Get a retest on this one. Go for a retest up to here. That could work for you. You know, it'll probably reject again, so I wouldn't try to go any higher. Yeah. So you get the break out of here, the retest, you know, set your stop loss down to, you know, around here. If you're being safe, down to here. But yeah, you could probably get away with that. Since we're coming up out, if we came back down, just fluctuating, I wouldn't expect it to go any lower than, yeah, till about there. And then you could target, you know, I wouldn't go for the top of the wick, but the body of the wick, right where this line's at, it's probably pretty good. Where are we at? 2.37. You just watch it. But definitely, that looks like a decent enough setup. You know, solid risk reward of 2. Might have to take this one. small amount, risk just a little bit, just to get some practice. I have to think about that one. Alrighty, Theta's not doing much. It's just coming into a lot of resistance like everything else. Eta, we looked at. If we close above here, we're going long. We're going to look for long entries. BNB, yeah, kind of the same story as Eta. If you close above that, right there, if you close above that on the daily, or at least on the 8 hour, yep, if you close above that on the 8 hour, then I could see long maybe to that point. But it looks like it's been getting rejected already. Yeah, there's some strong selling going on. Man, we're just gonna dry up this liquidity in all of these cryptos before we get any further resumption out of here. Getting out of here looks pretty good. You might have some resistance here, maybe some supply around here. Yeah, this might not be looking too good until we get up to all-time high territory. Man, loop ring looks like crap. I don't even want to look at that. Doge pumped a little bit. I just keep this here for lulz. I don't actually trade this. Okay, Luna. Might consider a little scalpy scalp. Quick little pop up to 17.68. I will think about that and get back to y'all. Okay, that's all I have for today. I'm not going to go through all the forex pairs right now. I'm managing enough looking at all these cryptos. Okay, thanks y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and hope you learned something. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. Smash that like button. Thanks.